Refrigeration is a concept that affects us every day. Essentially, it is a process of moving heat from one location to another. We use it to cool or freeze our food and drinks, or change the temperature of a room. This idea of manual cooling has been around for centuries. It arose before 1000 BC, when people would harvest ice and store it in cellars and then use it to cool their drinks. Ice harvesting was used by the ancient Chinese and Jews, and later the Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, and Persians. Ice harvesting was used in America up until the early 1800s. People would take the ice off of frozen lakes and store it in their ice boxes for their own use. However, 1755 marked the beginning of refrigeration research. William Cullen, a Scottish professor, used a pump to create a vacuum over a container of diethyl ether, which then boiled, absorbing heat from the outside air. It created ice, but there was no reason to use the machine at the time. In 1834, Jacob Perkins constructed the first working vapor compression refrigeration system. It did not sell because it threatened the profitable ice industry. People were unsure of how the refrigerator worked, and they were reluctant to stop harvesting ice. They knew that the refrigerators used ammonia and were afraid it would poison their food. However, when the ice industry began to collapse, refrigerators became popular. The meatpacking industry and the brewing industry started using refrigeration systems. This led to refrigerated train cars and eventually trucks. Along with the invention of refrigeration came the use of air conditioning. The idea was first formed by an American doctor who needed to keep his patients cool to prevent disease. His invention followed the same concept as the refrigerator, which was to make air cool. The air conditioner was used in hospitals and homes, and it is still effective to this day. The first household refrigerators were sold in the early 1900s, and they looked similar to the old wooden ice boxes. Today, we still use refrigerators in our homes. Refrigeration affects us every day. The most common uses are for air conditioning, storing food in houses, stores, restaurants, and warehouses, and transporting fresh food over long distances. Without refrigeration, we would have very different ways of living and consuming food.